Hello viewers, it's glad to know you're watching your program. It is Economic Insights and I'm your host, Paul Kingsley. Now, in continuation with the ongoing report you are doing on housing deficits in Nigeria, today we are taking a topical look at the various issues affecting the housing sector. Joining us is the man who is contributing in no small way to the housing sector. I'm talking of the Managing Director, CEO of Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank PLC. He is Obaleye Banjo. He's going to be sharing with us his experience in the housing sector and how they are contributing to the development of the housing sector. It promises to be an interesting conversation. Sit back, relax. I'll be back after this time out.
Ownership is a priority for most Nigerians. However, the accessibility has remained a dream for a significant portion of the population due to limited sources of suitable financing and limited access to affordable housing. Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank PLC has distinguished itself to become one of the leading and most capitalized primary mortgage banks in Nigeria, with the aim of delivering accessible and affordable homes to Nigerians. Mr. Olabanjo Obaleye is the Managing Director, CEO.
Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank PLC is a licensed mortgage bank, a national mortgage bank. We started business in 2003 in Abuja, and we became a publicly limited liability company in 2013. Since we commenced activities in Abuja in 2003 to date, we've been able to differentiate ourselves as a well-focused mortgage bank with deep interest in creating opportunity for home ownership in Nigeria. The mandate we have is to ensure that we contribute immensely towards blocking the housing deficit that is much talked about in Nigeria. And we've been able to do this yearly. In fact, we mark our success by the number of new home ownership we're able to create yearly. And from 2003 to date, we've been able to add not less than 4,000 new homeowners into the house market in Nigeria. In 2017, we won the PELS Award. In 2017, again, we won the Best Mortgage Bank Award. We have many awards to attest to our professionalism in this. We've been nominated for other awards this year as well. I keep on telling people that you must have a drive and a passion for something. That passion will drive you to succeed in it. We look at the gap in the housing sector and we see enormous opportunities in contributing to social development and at the same time making money out of it. So the housing gap in the sector propels us to come into mortgage business. When you have gap and you have demand, then you will have business. At the same time, you are impacting on people's standard of living. You're trying to see how you can upgrade the slums and how you can create an healthy environment. These are the reasons why we come into this sector.
With its commitment to providing affordable homes to Nigerians, Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank PLC has successfully financed no fewer than 14 modern estates in Nigeria, thereby providing decent and affordable accommodation to over 3,000 Nigerian families.
Well, basically as a mortgage bank, we have what we call monoproducts. What we do basically is housing finance. Finance residential houses and finance real estate development as well. In fact, the regulations permit us to have about 75% of available fund on residential mortgages. We focus on this. But the products that capture different interest group in the economy is all geared towards the mono product we call mortgage. There are people that will have the cash to pay. There are people that may not even think about it, but they know. But because of the capital outlay that it entails, they don't even think about it. There are people that are willing, but they are not able. To capture all different set of people, we created a lot of products. We are what we call Infinity Saves, Savings and Own a Home. This one is targeted towards even people that just started working. We want to put it into your consciousness that look, you don't need to wait till you have a lot of money before you own a house. You can start planning for it now, but start saving for it. So many people have been able to become homeowners earlier than they ever imagined through that scheme. Then we have Infinity Home Acquisition Loans as well. This one, ab initio, you had it in mind that you want to acquire a house. Perhaps you might have a particular property in mind, but means of getting there you don't have it. You approach us. We give you our own advice on how you can go about it. We can even help you look for a property that suits your demand. So far your capital or your revenue or financial position can take that.
Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank have supported the government in home ownership campaign through our customized and highly efficient mortgage finance products at the demand end and real estate development partnership at the supply end. Some of the estates that have been either wholly or partly financed include Model City, Gwarimpa, Abuja, Sun City, Galadimawa, Abuja, Vintage Estate, Karu, Nasarawa, Monarch Garden, Life Camp, Abuja, FAB Estate, Life Camp, Abuja, Homework, Lekki, Lagos State, just to mention a few of them.
So again, we have what we call ISO. All these products are geared towards you having your own home. We even have what we call high school mortgage. Okay. This is for school constructions, school innovations, and school development or expansion as well. We'll give you mortgage loan on this and we put you on a pedestal that will make the repayment very convenient for you. We stress our mortgage from 5 years to 15 years to 20 years. But what is in our focus is to ensure that at the end of the day, everybody is happy. The borrower is happy, the lender is happy, and at the end of the relationship, we have a good cause to refer ourselves. There is no challenge that is peculiar to Infinity Trust Mortgage Bank PLC. It's a systemic issues we have, which has been much discussed. Home ownership in Nigeria is a tough thing. It's a tough dream. It's tough for so many reasons. It's tough for the intending homeowner. It's tough for the mortgage banker. I don't want to say it's tough for the government because the government has the responsibility to create the enabling environment for everybody to come in and do their bit and get what they deserve in the housing circle. We are looking at a country where if you can put aside every month from a salary 20,000 naira, you can own your home. But we have not gotten there. Home ownership, the object is on land, on property. It is not in the control of the bankers, but it's in control of the government. Unfortunately, Land Use Act imposed the ownership of land to state governors. So it means that we have 36 states. We have to talk to 36 state governors. They have to agree to make access to land easy to people. To get land to build is a tough game. When you build to perfect mortgage, it can take the kingdom come. When the borrower defaults in payment to realize the property is another tough. So many a times, I call mortgage bank as endangered species in the business cycle in Nigeria. And this is what has made this sector risky than other sector. Okay. But the interest rate is high, no doubt about that. The earnings of people is low. The interest rate is high. The cost of constructing properties is high. The cost of acquiring it is high. So how do you manage this? Interconnectivity is difficult. So you need a policy that touches every part of Nigeria. They have none, to ensure that in the whole housing system gamut, everybody is taken care of, like you have in Malaysia, in Egypt, and in other advanced economies. Before now, liquidity challenge was one of the major issues we have. But I tell you, that has been solved by almost 60 to 70%. The advent of Nigeria Mortgage Refinancing Company and the administration of Federal Mortgage Bank now has lessened this problem a bit. Let me take these two organizations, NMRC and Federal Mortgage Bank. NMRC refinances mortgage. What this means is this: it gives capital to mortgage bank to create more mortgage. Assuming that I've been able to create a mortgage of about 1 billion naira, and I have another 1 billion naira mortgage to create, I can go to NMRC, sell the 1 billion naira mortgage I've created to them. They give me 1 billion back to go and create further mortgage. And NMRC give mortgage for 15 years to 20 years now. So which means I can elongate the tenure of my mortgage to 15 to 20 years. FMBN focus on affordable housing, okay, at 6% interest rate. So between last year and this year, there is what I can call better efficiency in the administration of NHF from Federal Mortgage Bank. Okay. The turnaround time now is better than what we had before, though it can still be better. They have drastically improved beyond the system that the present government inherited, and I must commend them for that. But that does not mean that there are no room for improvement. We still have a lot of rooms for improvement. But I am not one of Nigerians that want to get born today and start running the same day. I believe that we have to be patient for system to go through so that we can be able to achieve the sustainability that should be our focus.
Government's observation that majority of Nigerians may not be able to utilize borrowed funds from the private sector necessitated the establishment of National Housing Fund, NHF. The goal of NHF is to provide a cheap source of long-term funds that will make it easy for all Nigerians to own houses. However, the development of housing through NHF seems not to have achieved its objective.
When the National Housing Fund was formulated, it was a wonderful policy. You know, Nigerians were good at putting in place policies, but we fail at implementation. Not only in housing sector, that is our experience in every sector in Nigeria. As I said, Federal Mortgage Bank, they have tried in the last 1 year. They have moved from where they were before to a very, very better position now. The awareness is better now than before, okay? But they still need to do more. Honestly, Federal Mortgage Bank is doing a lot of work now on the NHF funds. From our own angle here, in the last 1 year, we've been able to give NHF to more than 300 people in the last 1 year. Meanwhile, we started packaging NHF in 2007. From 2007 to 2012, 2016, we were not able to give up to 200. So in just last 1 year, we've done 200. So if they continue at that speed, you see where we're going to get to. But that does not mean that they have done everything at the right speed. So I think they need to be in the news and let people know what they have done so that people will know that NHF is real. I tell you, it's real. Mortgage bankers are delighted to finance real estate development so far they can get back their money. Developer want finances through prospective homeowners who can go and get mortgage. But mortgage bank will want to finance the houses that are built. So there are times, a kind of disagreement because just emanating because of our perspective and different goals. You understand? Developer want the houses up. Mortgage bank want to be sure that if you build these houses, there are already stakeholders that will buy those houses. Because the more you stay without paying, the more interest you pay, the more trouble it becomes for you. I don't think a real estate developer will say that there is no mortgage in Nigeria. Perhaps the mortgage in Nigeria has not gotten to the level they all wish it should be. And there are a lot of issues around that. We have regulatory issues, we have legislative issues, we have funding issues that we have to comply with. We are regulated by Central Bank and NDIC, as the case may be. There are some prudential provisions that we have to follow, which real estate developer may not know about. But we are talking, okay? We are meeting to address gray areas between two of us. And I tell you, we have made substantial progress on this. Once the enabling environment is created for everybody, nobody will talk about that any longer. As I stand, if a real estate developer comes to me, I have 1,000 units of building I want to construct, and I have 1,000 effective prospective homeowners who are willing and ready to take this. I will throw all I have behind that estate developers. From my own personal experience, when some estate developer come to you, when you analyze their business plan, you tell them this price, you want to sell these houses, you won't get buyers for this. It's too expensive. And by the time you carry out a sensitivity analysis on the price they quoted, maybe you try to put about 75% or 25% discount on those houses, assuming the price will not go for this place, I reduce the price by 25%. Is there any margin? You won't see any margin. So how do you finance such? You understand? So all of us just have to be real. We have to understand the environment and the market we're operating. Then we go out. Let me be fair to some developers. If you know the cost that goes into construction, you will agree with me that they were not moved solely by profit. They just want to do something. They just want to let people know they can do this. Some of the developers we have encountered, that is the truth. When the cost of acquiring the land is so prohibitive, when every day the cost of input into housing construction goes up, what do? And at the end of the day, whatever you are selling, whatever property, whatever cost you get in, you have to add your profit, you have to add 5% VAT. I listened to the speech delivered by Vice President of Ghana, remove VAT on property acquisition. It's a very wonderful initiative. If government wants to drive revenue, you don't drive revenue by imposing taxes. You drive revenue by encouraging production. If you are driving revenue through taxes, do you know what you are doing? It's like you have children who are malnourished. They don't have food. But little food you have, you are taking it from them. What will happen? You kill those children. That is what we're experiencing. You rather look at those children and see how you can give them vitamin, more food, so that they can be strong. When they are strong, they'll be more productive. We need to look at our policy environment and stop driving revenue through levies, charges, taxation. You are killing businesses. Tax consumption, tax profits. When you give private sector enough room to operate, to make profit, tax that their profit. You get what you want from it. The more profit you make, the more you get. But you don't tax the input processes. It's a whole lot of problem. So when estate developers spent about 40% for infrastructure, they spend about 30% on different kinds of taxes and levies. They spend 20% on land acquisition. What is left for them? I have met so many developers that their prayer is, let this property just go. I don't want to, even if I don't make any profit. I'm okay. Let people know I can do this. They are facing a lot of challenges on that. There was an estate that we started with, where we couldn't get the enough customers we needed. We have to discount those houses by 50%, far below the cost, to attract people inside. Then people started coming. You don't blame people as well, because the purchasing power is low. The earnings is low, the salary is low. But inflation is taking over every other thing. So where do you meet? We have a product, Saves and Know Your Home. Then we carry out enlightenment campaign to young people, even to people in final years in universities. Don't think you cannot own a home 5 years, even 1 year after you start working. Don't delay that till it becomes so difficult for you, because costs of construction move in line with inflation rates. Inflation is going up and down, up and down. In fact, when inflation takes geometrical progression, when it's going to come down, it's arithmetic progression. Okay. So what we advise them is this: get to a mortgage bank, start with a plan, an home ownership plan with a mortgage bank. If, like one of our products here, if every month you are contributing, you depositing 20,000 naira in your account, you do that for about 1 year or 2 years, we know conveniently you can make a repayment of 20,000 naira every month. So in our affordability category, we put you there that, okay, you can own a home of 10 million naira. If you are interested, we can package that for you. We'll take you to some of the properties that we know that are within that range. You go there, then you buy. Again, we discovered that even some young people are dreamers. You understand? They want to pivot instead of just working gradually to it. One guy just started working in 2 years. He wants to live in duplex. You are not married. You don't need it. Why do you want to waste your money? Get a 1-bedroom flat. You understand? So even the prospective homeowner should be real in their own perspective as well. That look, what can I afford now? But I tell you, it is better to be a homeowner than to be a tenant. I tell you, it is better. You have comfort, you have peace of mind. And again, for us in the housing sector, you maintain the house better than the one you rented. So if you want to repossess or resell that kind of property, it's better for us. And we get it faster. My name is Banjo Obaleye. I'm a fellow of the Central Institute of Accountants of Nigeria. I'm a professional accountant by itself. I've been running the affairs of Infinity since 2004. I'm a professional. I can put my hand on my chest that if I give you advice on housing sector, 80% will come true. If you're an investor in this sector, you come to meet me, this and this and this is what you want to do. I'll tell you 80% of what you get from me will be true. If you're listening, you will not miss it. What else would I say about myself? I'm married with 3 beautiful children. Married. I play golf. I'm a golfer as well. That is how I unwind, apart from that, I'm an easygoing, low-profile person, very humble person.
Well, this is your time with family. Also, must say a very big thank you, sir, for making our time to be with us out of a busy schedule. We really appreciate your contribution to the program. Thank you so much, and God bless you, sir.
Thank you, Kingsley. I appreciate it.